Hey everyone, I just wanted to talk about something as far as this Erin Andrews thing. This isn't really a funny video or anything, just so you know. I'm not going to make any jokes about this, but this is really serious. It's this woman, if you look up Erin Andrews and see the way this woman, this woman, I guess, is a model or something, sportscaster. That's what she is. I don't know what for or anything. I'm not into sports. Pretty lady. So I see this thing pop up online that this woman won $55 million on a stalker lawsuit in a hotel. So of course you're like, wait a second, stalker? What the hell is this? So I look into this, and there's a lot of little details here that as far as this guy was stalking her for a while, he got into the hotel security. This hotel at Radisson had those little hidden hallways so they could sneak in and out. And there's something that I want especially guys to understand, okay? Now, first if you look up this woman and see the way she broke down on the stand, it was very sad to see the emotions as far as she's talking about when, because what happened here is this stalker filmed her nude and put it online. And she's discussing about how difficult it is for her to, like with her boyfriend, he's a athlete of some sort, and he says, that's what happens when life goes over there, you move and move and move. But you know what? That's how us guys are. That's not how women are. You can't just talk to a woman and be like, I know it hurt, but you gotta kid up and keep going. No, there's emotional wounds there that need to be healed. The guy could whip out his dick and show it to the world like, ha 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 ha, check it out, put the thing away, never think about it again. You know what I mean? We could have someone take nude pictures of us, throw it out there, we'll be like, ha ha, ha ha, my dick. This guy posted my dick everywhere. Faggot. That's how guys are. It's funny, but with a woman, it's such a more personal thing. That's why when a woman makes love to you and she reveals her body to you, if she's not a hoe, it makes it just so, because she's sharing that with you, and that's not you know what I mean? So with this woman, when she was up there on the stand speaking about, and she was crying when she said this, as far as when she speaks to someone, in the back of her mind, she's wondering, did they see this video? And it's sad because I look at it and think there's people like me who, when we see this, we look it up. Who is this person? Where is the video? Is the video real? Is it really them? We see the video, and I look at that. It's like, wow, that's part of me now that I could disrespectful towards her. There's one other person who saw that video now. So once you see it, of course, you have that guilt and everything. It's just like, man, that was her. That's just heartbreaking. And there's something that people just aren't really looking at here. Something huge. Because first, this is the first thing you think about, but then it starts to leave. You start thinking of the money and what you said as far as did they see the video or not. But there's something more crazy, and it's also the reason I like to keep this puppy around. And that is, I take that with me in case my fiance or something. You never know when you need this. This guy deserved to be shot anyway. But anyway, there's things that we don't think about. And when you look at the video, if you look at the footage, I want you to imagine this. Can you hold this real quick, babe?
Yes.
I want you to imagine this, okay? One day you find a video of yourself on the internet, right? Let's say that you're a woman, and what this woman was doing was, it was she looked very pretty and elegant and everything. It wasn't a slutty video or anything. She's looking in the mirror, and she's doing exercises while she's doing her hair or something like that. And she's tightening up her thighs and buttocks with a good exercise. Actually, it's a really good exercise. After I did that, I felt it, and it's actually really, I won't get into that. But, it feels good. It's good. Anyway, but it's weird to grab that and make it a sexual thing because she's naked. So you got this stalker, and you see this camera in there, and it's kind of, let me see if I can do it with this camera. You see how it's just kind of, there's a small hole through there, and he's like this in a little small hole. That's how it looked right through there. But I want to make this clear. I'm running out of juice. I want you to think about this. Imagine being somewhere in a hotel or whatever, and then thinking about how close this guy was, and think he had a camera right through a small hole like this one. Are you getting it? As far as, let's say that he was filming through this small hole, and you know where he was, and you think about it, she was standing right here doing her exercises in the mirror, and the bed was right there, and the bed was right here, and this fucking weirdo freak was right over here. you know, right next to you where she was sleeping. That's scary as shit, people. And so for the prosecution to say, well, since that happened, you've got this deal and this deal and this deal made so many millions of dollars, it's just wrong. That doesn't make the Radisson Hotel having those things there okay, or making it accessible to a stalker okay. So I just want to make that very clear for you men out there to think about, at least think of the security risk that was, and how terrifying that would be for your wife or your daughter. This isn't something to look at this and be like, oh, whack off to. I mean, that's disgusting, and it's... Oh, I'm starting to get upset. Anyway, just think about that, please. It is heartbreaking and it is devastating to see what this woman's going to live through for the rest of her life. That's all I want to say about that video.